Hey, my name is Tonga and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be going over what to add to your guitar shell voicings to make them sound fuller. If you're unfamiliar with the shell voicings, go ahead and take a look at this link and get caught up and then come right back here. So we know that shell voicings consist of a root, a third, and a seventh. Depending on what chord quality we want to play, whether it's major, minor, or dominant, you're going to have a different combination of a third and a seventh. In the last video, we went over what those shell voicings are and how to apply them on the guitar in both positions with the root on the 6th string and the 5th string. But now we're gonna add just one more note to each one of those. And I have a formula that I like to use for these standard chord voicings that will serve you well into the future. For shell voicings with the root in the 6th string, I like to add the 5th. The 5th tends to be just your go-to filler note, and it helps thicken the chord. It is a chord tone, so it really is pretty transparent and works generally all the time. And for the shell voicing with the root on the 5th string, what I like to add to it is the 9th. The 9th works because it is the most available color tone, and it just adds just a bit more depth to that position. Now, if we switch the 3rd and the 7th, so the 7th is below the 3rd into another standard voicing for the shell, you would add a 5th in that position and that would sound great. And it's a very standard sound. We're gonna focus on the one where the 3rd is below the 7th and we add the 9th because it just, to me, it sounds better and it has a lot of applications. With that being said, let's take a look at how that looks on the guitar and how it sounds. And then let's take a look at how we can apply it into a song. We'll use the same song that we did with the shell voicings and see how it works out and lays out on the guitar. All right, let's start off with our shell voicing with the root in the 6th string. So let's start off with G major 7. We'll play the G major 7 shell voicing. And what we're gonna add is the 5th. Now, part of this is knowing which 5th to add because we have the 5th here and we have the 5th here. On the 6th string, we're gonna skip the 5th string on a 6th string chord because just to give it a little bit better spacing and it'll just sound more roomy. So we're gonna add the 5th on top with the shell voicing. And then this is gonna be your standard major 7 chord voicing. It has all chord tones, super solid, and it's just your go-to. From here, we're going to go to our dominant shell voicing. So we're gonna take our major 7th, drop it to our minor 7th. We'll keep the major 3rd and add the 5th on top again. And we have our dominant 7th standard chord voicing. It's nice and full with the 5th on top. And then lastly, we have our minor 7. We're gonna drop our major 3rd to a minor 3rd and keep our minor 7th and add the 5th on top, and you have your basic straightforward minor 7 chord. So again, major 7, dominant 7, minor 7. And take a note at how I'm fingering this. Now let's go to the root on the 5th string. And our shell voicing that we used in the last video, we had the 3rd and then the 7th. So the 3rd is in the middle and then the 7th on top. And earlier I said I like to add the 9th, especially in this position because the 9th is right here. And it just is right there, very accessible, and it sounds great with this major shell voicing. Now let's go down to our dominant. So we're gonna lower the 7th to get our flat 7. And then we get our dominant 9 chord. Now from here, let's go to our minor 9th chord. So we're gonna drop our major 3rd to a minor 3rd and then keep our minor 7th and then keep the 9th on top. Then we have our minor 9 chord. So as a review, we have a major 9, dominant 9, and minor 9. Now, to go back to what I mentioned earlier about switching your shell voicing on the 5th string, where the 3rd is on the top and then the 7th is on the bottom, between those two, you would add the 5th because you're in this position. The 5th is right here, it's very close, it's super accessible. And this is your really basic, like really basic major 7th chord. Lower the 7th and you get your really basic dominant chord. Now you have your really basic minor chord. These voicings come in real handy, but today we're gonna just work with the 9th chords. So don't forget these, but we're gonna work with these today. Now that we have our full voicings figured out, let's apply it to a full song, like All the Things You Are, and see how it sounds and lays out on the fretboard. So the first chord that we start with on All the Things You Are is F minor, and we'll just go from there, using all the voicings that we went over today. Now you're equipped with what I consider my default 7th chord voicings, and you can use these over a lot of different jazz material, contemporary material, and so forth. This will also be a nice foundational set of voicings that will link into other chord voicings. So stay tuned for new material that we'll be going over and expanded chord voicings from this set of voicings that you learned today. Go ahead and take these chord voicings and apply them immediately to another song that you might be working on with 7 chords. And let me know in the comments how that works out for you. Hope you learned something valuable today. And if you did, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and like and the notification bell and keep up with more videos coming in the future. With that being said, have a great day and be good.